What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here. Today guys, in this video we are going to be doing an episode of Ask Mike. Your questions for me answered. In this video I'm going to be answering a ton of questions that you guys have asked me on Twitter and even some on YouTube, and I've put them all into this video, so let's begin. So the first question comes from Albert, and he says, who are your best YouTube friends? Well, it's funny that he actually asked that because Albert is one of my very good YouTube friends, Albert Prigotic. Him I've known for several years, ever since like mid-2012, and I've met a ton of other really cool friends along the way. My other really good friend is Tanner Meekum. I'm sure you've heard of him before, and I mean, I could go down the list. I have a ton of personal YouTube friends. The next question comes from Amit. I hope I said your name right. And he says, if the iPhone 6 is an iPhone 5S with just 2014 edition with just a bigger screen, would you purchase it? My answer would probably be yes. I probably would buy it. Obviously, I'd most likely buy it to review it for you guys on YouTube. You know, if Apple decides to not only come out with an iPhone 6 4.7 inch, but also 5.5 inch, I'll be buying both sizes so I can review them both on YouTube for you guys. But in terms of how that's sorted out, how Amit said he'd see it, I'm pretty sure I'd buy it just because it would have a bigger screen and an additional 0.7 inches on top of the iPhone 5S screen. I think I would buy it, but you know, it wouldn't be a fantastic purchase for me. Like, I wouldn't see much in it in terms of if Apple went with an iPhone 6 and put a lot of features into it. But yeah, I'd buy it mainly for the purpose to do my YouTube videos, of course, on them. So the next question comes from Brandon, and he says, do you use the money you make from YouTube to buy new iDevices every year? Now, this is an obvious answer to this question, but I'll go ahead and answer it anyways. And yes, I do use the money that I make from YouTube to buy my new iDevices every year from Apple. So, I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, most of the equipment that I have behind me is possible and is here because of the money that I make from YouTube. With that money, I'm able to not only actually buy the iDevices, but all of the equipment that I use, whether it's filming equipment like my Canon T3i that I'm filming with, or lights, or my MacBook, or the two monitors behind me. Pretty much everything that I use for the purpose of YouTube, and some things for myself, for my personal entertainment or enjoyment, or some necessary things too that I need in life. I used to actually save up for the iDevices. I remember one saving up was for an iPod Touch 4th generation, and I mean, I saved up for months for that, and that was only 200 bucks. Thinking about that, 200 bucks, that's really easy. I mean, I could spend that tonight on something. It's incredible to think, you know, that's how I used to be, but you know, there was a point where I used to save up for iDevices to review for you guys on YouTube, but we've come to a point in time here on the Mike's iOS Help channel where that's no longer necessary. So the next question comes from Eddie, and he asks, may you do a quick tour of your sneakers? And so, yes, Eddie, I will. A lot of people actually ask me this. It's not just Eddie. As you guys know, well, I don't know if many of you know, but I collect sneakers. They range from Jordans, most Nike brands like LeBron, KD, Kobe, and stuff like that. And so yeah, let me give you a tour right now. Alright, so basically here it is. This is my shoe collection. I've had numerous pairs of shoes. I mean, it's a whole, for those who don't know, it's a whole entire game, and basically people trade them and sell them and buy them. I have my fair share of a collection. I have 7 pairs right now, and if you're a fellow sneakerhead as I am, you may recognize some of the shoes in here. So I uncapped my top 2 shoes right now. These are my favorite, and so basically my first pair here, my first favorite pair, these are Dornbecker 4s, more commonly known as DB4s. This is my favorite pair in my collection right now. These are Air Jordan Retro 4s. They came out in 2011. I gotta say, these are definitely my favorite pairs. I didn't get them on release day. I paid resale. Basically, they're my favorite because they have awesome colors. They feature the Superman logo. And they just got a nice, the shoe looks nice overall. I really do like them a lot. And by the way, if you were wondering, this is a size 13, and I know that's gonna shock some of you. I'm 6'2", so I wear anywhere between a size 12 to a 13, and mostly 12 and a half. That's my real size. But sometimes you gotta buy them bigger. But this is definitely my favorite pair in the collection. They look the best in my opinion, and they're my favorite pair that I have. Definitely some cool ones. And then the other ones, these I'm not going to take out of the bin. I'm going to leave them in here. These are Cork LeBron 10 EXTs. These are the actual, these are the LeBron 10 models from 2013. and so these came out in February of last year, February 2013. This pair I technically paid resale for it. It was part of a trade, and so they're basically made out of this really nice cork material, almost like you'd get in a champagne bottle or a wine bottle. They came out with an entire pack. This is actually one of 4 shoes, part of the LeBron 10 EXT pack. I have the other pair, which are the LeBron 10 denims down there, and I'm missing the other 2. The denims and the corks are my favorite, though. I prefer these over the others, which are the hazelnuts and the black suedes. But this is definitely my other favorite pair. They're made out of some of the coolest material, and it's cool because in the EXT pack, Nike uses real material for the shoes instead of, you know, just a regular shoe material, like they use cork or they use denim or stuff like that. It's really, really nice. So that's my second favorite pair. And then other than that, I have a couple pairs here and there that some of you guys may more recognize, like in terms of seeing Jordans and stuff like that. I got the black and white Jordan Grape 5s right there. I told you about the denim 10s. I have some Venice Beach Kobe 8s in there. I got my original military blue 4s in there. They're also the same model as the DB 4s. That was actually my first pair in my collection. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And like I said, I've had a ton more pairs here and there that I've traded off, I've sold, I've bought. So where I'm at right now, I haven't really gotten shoes. It's been a few months, as a matter of fact. I kind of took a break for VidCon and stuff like that. I'm going to get back into it soon, but this is how it is now. I figured I'd show you guys. I know a lot of you are interested, and especially some of you that are true sneakerheads are interested to see how I do it too. It's a fun little hobby to do besides tech. You know, you gotta keep yourself fresh. You gotta have a variety of hobbies in life. It's not just tech for me, it's other things as well. So there you go. That is the shoe collection. So the next question comes from Kelsey, and she asks, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? I really have to put some thought into this. A lot has inspired me, as a matter of fact, to make YouTube videos. If I had to think of some of the first people that inspired me, it would be someone like Ty Moss from Ty's iHelp. You guys know him. He's a pretty big deal now. You know, there are a lot of other people that I look up to now as well. There are some really big YouTubers and, you know, people that are big deals on YouTube. Not even just tech YouTubers, but some just regular standard YouTubers. There's some really cool ones like Smosh or Rhett and Link or iJustine that I watch all the time, and I also look up to. But like, what inspired me to really start my tech channel was a growing need and desire for tech videos. You know, a lot of people, I have people coming to me all the time with their iPhone or iDevice problems in general, and I'm always there to help them. And I think if I didn't start my YouTube channel based on like Apple stuff and technology, I don't think I'd be able to do that. So I mean, a lot has inspired me, you know. Just seeing some of the tech YouTubers then, the smaller tech YouTubers that have since blown up and are huge now, that was a huge inspiration. You know, like I said, people like Ty's iPhone help. And also another inspiration, he doesn't make videos like crazy anymore, was Koi2281. I don't know if you guys remember him, Wade Connor. He was a huge inspiration for my channel, especially when I used to make jailbreak videos. I don't do that as much now, but when I used to make jailbreak videos all the time, and he was a huge inspiration because that's what he did too. And I'm sure I've had a lot more others down the way, and a lot of them have also helped me and shaped my career on YouTube. I've taken some of the best things and even some of the worst things from them, and I've been able to shape who I am in terms of how I film, what I film with, what I do, my style and everything. Obviously, I have my own style, you know, like I've come to make my own style, but I couldn't just start from scratch. It didn't just happen overnight. I needed to look around and figure things out and incorporate that into myself. And that's kind of how it happened. You have to work with your inspiration, and over time, you get something. So Mark asks, what Apple product are you most excited for this year besides the iPhone 6? This is actually a very good question because I think a lot of people are excited for the iPhone 6 from Apple this year, period. I'm actually really excited. I'm really looking forward to Apple's iWatch, which should be incorporated with the iPhone 6 and eventually the rest of iOS across a ton of other iOS devices. But Apple's main focus, I think, is going to be the iPhone 6. Basically, that'll work with you with your fitness, your health, and stuff like that. It's been rumored for years, as a matter of fact, now. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to. I don't think we're going to see it until December this year instead of September. It's been speculated a lot. We'll see it in December. and, you know, we'll go from there. I think the iWatch is what I'm most looking forward to in 2014, of course, besides the iPhone 6. My number one priority and what I'm looking forward to the most from Apple is, of course, the iPhone 6. Moy asks, would you ever move to California? Yes, I would move to California, for sure. I've been there twice now in my lifetime, for both VidCon 2013 and VidCon 2014, and I've had a lot of fun. You know, VidCon is a blast, but also California has to be my favorite place in the world right now. I mean, I haven't been all over the world. I've only been within the United States, so I can't really say that, but that's my favorite place right now. It's just beautiful. I love the palm trees. You know, up here in New Jersey, when it gets cold in the winter, we don't have that. I love the area, I love the temperature, and I love what's around it. I mean, you have Los Angeles, you have Hollywood, you have a lot of famous people. You also have a lot of big tech YouTubers, not just big tech YouTubers, but a lot of big YouTubers there, and a lot of big people that are important. And it's just like California's where everything is born in business and technology and show business and all that stuff. And I've always, even as a kid, that stuff like that has fantasized me so much. And it's always been a dream of me to move to California. So it's something that I can see me doing in the future. I'd like to do it. I would move to California. Someone else asked, do you feel that the amount of money you get from YouTube is enough to keep it as a full-time job in the long run? Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. I wouldn't say that the money that I'm making now from YouTube is enough to keep it as a full-time job in the long run. However, I think if my audience expands and I start to get more views, like, I don't know how long that's gonna take or when it'll happen. I'm grateful, I've said this before, I'm grateful for my audience now. You know, recently I hit 20,000 subscribers and we're just at almost 4 million video views on the channel, which is insane. I could never ask for anything more, but anyways, I think if my audience were to grow and I were to make more revenue out of it, I think it could actually become a full-time job. Many YouTubers, obviously substantially bigger than me, actually do use YouTube as their full-time jobs, and in the long run, yeah, I do think I can do it, because you can make a sick amount of money from YouTube, based on if you get tons of views. I mean, you gotta get several thousand, hundreds of thousands of views, you know, per month, and you have to bring it in. It's all about, you know, how many views you get, how many clicks you get, and stuff like that. It's a whole detailed process that I won't go over in this video. But yes, in the long run, I do see it. Is it what I want to pursue as my full career? I don't think so. I hate to break it to you guys. I love making YouTube videos. However, in the future, I don't know if I see myself doing this for, you know, the next 10, 20 years. I mean, I love how it is now. I love what I'm doing, but you know, I'm a teen in high school. You know, I'm gonna go to college. I'm going to work a real job eventually. You know, so I do see myself doing other things. I can see YouTube as a full-time career. I just don't know if that's entirely for me. But keep in mind, I don't know what's coming in the future. I could be completely wrong, and a year from now, something big could happen. So I'm always open-minded. You know, I'm not setting anything in stone or drawing a line in the sand. You know, we gotta wait and see what happens. But yeah, in the long run, I can see it happening, sure. But anyways, guys, that is it for this episode of Ask Mike. I hope I was able to answer the majority. Sorry I couldn't get to everyone. Hope I answered the majority of all of your questions. If I didn't, you can always leave down in the comments below your questions for a future Ask Mike episode. I'm not giving any dates. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that yet. I want to see how this Ask Mike episode turns out, and so we'll go from there. So you should follow me on Twitter, because I'll let you know what I'm going to be working on a future Ask Mike episode, and I want you guys to be asking new questions. And so you should be using the hashtag Ask Mike. That's what we did for this video. You could do that on Twitter, Facebook, even everyone's using hashtag now. You could even do it on YouTube. So be using that. And like I said, follow me on Twitter at Mike's iOS Help to stay tuned as to when I will be doing the next episode of Ask Mike. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave some comments below on your thoughts. Of course, give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.